Right, this should be on my YouTube channel as well. There is about a minute delay, so let's get rid of this. Right, have a look, see if it's popped up on my YouTube, if you will. Right. Okay, I've moved it over, hopefully, to the other channel. So it should be on my normal male channel. Right, everything working? Anyway, hello goddess, how are you? So we got Star Citizen 4 in preview mode, and is that working?
Decent, being lazy. You?
No, all good. Been trying to get this to work. Trying to do something that I planned on doing 18 months ago, and because of situations and life, I haven't been able to. And now I'm getting back to where I can do it. So if you look, why is this running at FP at oh right, I see. It should be a live stream. Is that working there, Stu? So let me show you what the problem is, right? Star Citizen was promised as the best damn space simulator ever. There's rather a lot of S's in there.
Good day.
I'm going to pay the expedited time. To pay the fee. Now it's going to take 3 minutes. However, it started off, yeah, I'm going to be working back here and working where I work, but I'll be home every night now, so I'll be able to fly a little bit more. So in the past it was promised to be the best damn space simulator ever, okay? And oh, for God's sake, if it's not one thing, it's another. I should have automatically had a hanger here. Come on.
How are you?
Just let me out. Sounds like the bloody toaster from Red Dwarf. Let me make a couple of adjustments because this is somewhat darker than before. So let's just adjust the gamma up a little bit more to about 35. And then it'll be a little bit easier to see and still relatively clear. Right, so my ship's going to be about 3 minutes, but while I'm waiting I'll get something big out anyway, and then I can call that ship out when it comes. So if I get a Crusader M2 or something like that, yeah, or C2 will do it, then it'll give me a big hangar. So they've changed quite a lot in Star Citizen, and I must admit, you know, there's a lot of good things in it. However, they've changed it from being a space simulator into basically a very good, and I'll show you as well as we go along, a very good arcade game. So all the stuff that made it a good space simulator, they've sort of come up with these crazy-ass ideas based on flawed logic, and it might sound like a big statement, but the problem is what somebody wanted is World War II fighters in space, and the reference points were Star Wars.
So it's more arcade now?
Yeah, so Star Wars, right, which is a film, hence the flight is made up, and World War II fighters. But because of the way the physics works in space, the ships, the spaceships, are more akin to helicopters. So if anyone's ever seen DCS, right, helicopters fly in exactly the same way as the spaceships do, except we've got gravity, and we obviously use flight control systems instead of thrust vectoring. But other than that, the fact that your spaceship can spin round on the spot like a spinning top, and the fighting was a little bit jousty, but that's only because people didn't know what they were doing, right? It wasn't satisfying the itch that it should look like a World War II in space. And the problem is with that is then they went about a system of trying to make, right, everything slow down and the fighting closer and make it look like World War II planes. But that's not how it works. You've taken helicopters, effectively, and you're trying to make them fly like World War II fighters, which I don't know how to put this and be polite, but the biggest load of bollocks I have ever heard. Hello, Solo. So what I mean by that is if you go to DCS, which is a game I know quite well, and you basically get a load of helicopters. Well, I've got nothing on, have I? And you say, right, you've basically got to fight. The way they will fight is the same as the ships.
I see they have a minimap now.
Oh, they've got loads. It does look.
3R0 said, is there a big update?
This is a massive update, yeah. Now, originally I was going to wait for this update to come out before I started streaming again. The reason being, I do it in exactly the same way. Where's that ship gone now? I do it in exactly the same way as I do with DCS. And what I mean by that is I usually instruct people, show people, explain how things work and everything else. But the last year has been such a big change moving forward that that's on the pad, is it? Am I missing it? Oh, for God's sake. So basically, there's been such a big change to it that you can't keep up. And the whole way things work, the way the flight system works, the stuff they've done because Blatta's basically moaned and really, ridiculously, I'm going to have to store my invisible ship. Right? I'm going to have to come out of this bit and go and buy some sodding space suit, because without a helmet, I'm not going to be able to see some of the symbology in the hood. Right, anyway, so yeah, so going back to it, people, it wasn't people moaning about the way it flew, it was Chris Roberts didn't like the way it looked. It wasn't looking cinematic enough. It wasn't looking like Star Wars. It wasn't looking like World War II fighters. And as I said, you know, all due respect, it's an amazing achievement so far. But you've taken something which was always promised as the best damn space simulator ever, and you've turned it into an extremely good arcade game. Nothing more than that. And that's a shame, and it will change again. In fact, recently the backlash on this complete bollocks that is called master modes, right, which in theory sounds quite good, the implementation of it is just basically wrong. They're going to change it again, which is not a good sign. You know, when you've sort of gone away along a path of development, and they're going to change it. But there was something said in the video, it was a couple of weeks ago now, I couldn't believe it. They're going to speed the ships up, but still keep them slower, because new people keep crashing. And I've come to the wrong place. And I'm like, what? So because new people keep crashing, they're going to keep the speed lower. And that doesn't even make sense.
Goddess Innu said, lol, what the?
Exactly. When we started originally, everybody crashed into planets, getting used to the way ships moved in space, looking at markers on planets and moons, not being able to tell whether the marker was this side or that side of the planet or moon, and then crashing into it. So I've got to find where the clothes are. They're over here, look. Was like part of the learning curve, and that's what you do it. That's why you do it. And to sort of say physically, and I'm not going to bother going and chopping bits out of videos that they've done, but to actually state that it's because new players crash into things. I've never heard, again, such a load of rubbish in all my life. How are they supposed to learn? You learn by doing it wrong, right?
To have said, hey, is this Star Citizen V4.0?
Yes, it is, and I've played on it, and it's been really good. But at the moment, it's been a little bit iffy. But yeah, it is the version 4. As you can see, I think the server's probably about to pop.
Goddess Innu said, I was still kinda new when I was being your mining pilot.
Yeah, you were. You want to come on with us? Lucy's going to start playing again, probably Sunday or this week, and you want to come in, and you can play with Lucy, and you can help each other out if you want. You can play with us as well. It's not a problem. But there's still a few little oddities, which is why they've got a couple of versions out. What do you mean you're not sure? Just go and install it. The thing is, you'll find it's good fun, even though a lot of it is bollocks. And it's not the game itself. It looks stunning. The technology they've done and the build out of it is absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong. The only problem is that they've taken away the skill level and the element of skill and flattened it down because some people can't do it. Right, and it's just unbelievable. For instance, every time there was a fighter that come out, right, whether it's a heavy fighter or whatever, the light fighter community shouted and screamed, right, and they changed it. So, for instance, I'll show you a ship, the Ares Ion. It's got a size 7 gun. And the route for that design was the A10C, the plane. And the A10C is a plane in DCS, which I know well. And it's got this massive gun on it. And the plane's built around the gun. And that's where the idea of these two ships came from. But the problem is, the light fighter community turned round and said, that's not fair. It shouldn't be able to do it like that. It shouldn't be able to fight us. We like fighters. We've got manoeuvrability. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, Brody.
Thought it was past your bedtime, Pops.
Thanks, matey. How you doing? Right, let me find my way back out of here and see if we've got some clothes. Where am I going? So basically... Oh, I'm going left. So they whinged. So they took the ship.
How's things your end?
All good, but I couldn't get my proper stream running on YouTube.
Zero said, what you got for GFX card now?
It's a 3090 Ti. The whole
Innu said, so you're telling me they are catering to people who don't like to lose?
Yes. What they're saying is, you shouldn't be able to beat my ship because you shouldn't be able to fight a little fighter. And I'm like, well, hang on a minute. If I am skilled enough to get my pip on you and hit you with a size 7 gun, what do you expect? So what they've done, and I'll show you when I can get the bloody ship out, is every time you point your gun at a light fighter, the pip is all over the place. The delay on firing it, okay, is such that when you fire, you cannot hit them. And that's how they fixed it. So they didn't say, well, hang on a minute, you light fighters are more manoeuvrable, keep out the way, use your light fighter abilities, and then attack the ship. If I were going in this ship after big ships, right, I've killed, there isn't a ship apart from when you move into like the Polaris. I haven't had to go at that yet, but I've taken out big ships, small ships. I used to go and do all my missions in the ship, and now, right, the only thing you can do is fight big ships. So they've sort of squished down its ability because some people don't do it.
3R0 said, well, I need to get to I9, I guess, because I run a 3070 12GB and 32 grams RAM, and this runs so poorly I can't tolerate.
Hey, Johnny. To be honest...
Johnny said, scam.
To be honest, this, once I'm out of here, will run so much better. And I'm not sure why my FPS isn't showing. It normally is. But let me sort it. You won't be at first because you've got to jump in and go somewhere before you can actually do it.
We don't even have a Huey.
Will you stop it? I was just doing a rant about the master modes. Orison, go to the space station. Let me see if I can get this ship out.
Platty trying flying said, so I'm watching this stream in 4K on listening to Twitch.
Yeah, I see you can listen to Twitch in the background. A lot of what they're saying shouldn't be coming over except through my mics. I think this ship that I claimed earlier has died a death a bit. So yeah, that's the way they fixed it. So that's basically like saying a Spitfire's going after a B-17. A B-17's got multiple cannons, and saying, whoa, I'm lighter and faster and can turn more than you. You shouldn't be able to blow me up. Nerf all your guns and make it so you can't blow me up. And it's ridiculous, and the whole concept is wrong. Master modes as an idea is fine, the implementation is wrong. And if you ask me, if you're going to fly a multiplayer ship as a solo pilot, well, you shouldn't even have access to the missiles and stuff like that anyway.
I don't think you'd enjoy
that. Well, at the moment... Oh, my ship's come out. Hey, Cookie. Good evening. I'm having a moan at the moment. Okay, so this is the ship. Let me put some clothes on because I've just gone and bought a suit. Because without a helmet, you are at a limitation. And I'll try and show you what's going on with this ship. And then I'll try and show you what master modes are. And can you believe, right, you can't fly around with your shields on unless you're fighting. So when you're going through space, at whatever speed you're going, right, you can't have your shields on. And it's
John
like...
said, lol.
And you're like, what?
Lol.
Not you, you daft bugger. And you just think, that's crazy. Why? What sort of space?
Moaning's good. Better than just lying the likely Sir does.
What? It doesn't make sense.
Oh.
Goddess Inna said, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. What space, program, game, film is that based on? Let's fly around without any shields because we can fly around fast. And if anyone wants to fight you, you've all got to slow down and then put your shields on.
You doing it wrong.
You can what? Sorry, Johnny, I'm not catching everything. Right, I'll show you what I mean now. Let's see if we can go and find a mission. See what I mean? Shields are down. Right, okay, they should be coming on. Or are they? You can tell these haven't been into this for a long time. Right? So this is built on the basis of an A10C. There's one big gun there. It's a size 7. It kills big ships.
Star Trek, they don't seem to routinely fly around with shields up.
But Is that it? So can't they fly with the shields up? The other thing is,
Cookie Monster 72 said, very true.
so that is that one. Is that where he's got the idea from?
It did till they nerfed it.
Right, you see what I mean? Look, I'm going to push my throttles forward now. And watch my speed. Can you see? 209 metres a second. That's it.
Trying flying said, it's deemed as threatening.
Can you see what I mean? Look. That's it. That's my speed with my shields on. I can use the boost maybe. Push it up a little bit more to 400 and something.
Goddess Inanna said, logically it'd want a shield while flying at any speed.
Exactly. Of course you would. Of course you would. So now, right?
Johnny said, they just don't have enough time to fix all the bugs.
Yeah, but this isn't a bug. This is something that they designed in because the ships didn't fly like World War II planes and they didn't look like Star Wars. They look like helicopters, which is exactly what they are, but in space. Except with helicopters, you've got gravity. The way you fight in helicopters is similar to how you'd fight in
2013 was
space.
just yesterday.
Oh, it was. So if I press this button now, right, we've got, I think that's missile mode, okay, and then scanning mode.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Oh yeah.
That's what the software
Let's-
engineer said.
Let's change to one of the other modes. Oh look, there go my shields. Why is that? Because I'm going to quantum jump. Do you remember when we used to quantum jump and then come out at something with a big thing in the way? Let's go and grab a mission, just one moment. All of this has changed as well, by the way. And as I said, it does look amazing. And as in the opening statement, and all the missions, they've got rid of some of the missions that I was doing the other day.
And then we all blew up.
But let me go and have a little look. I'll pay this fee. Where's it based? Okay, I'll try this. We'll go and have a little look, see what happens. So it should be tracked. I should also be able to take call to arms. And then
Johnny said, I'm stranded in Pyro, come get me.
oh, he's stranded there. Fancy going to Pyro? I'll come down and help you in a minute. So this is what I got to go to, right? So we should see that there's a marker. All the markers are changed. The way things are changed is quite different. We can go here. I'm now pressing a button that I wouldn't normally press.
Solo 3R0 said, they got Pyro in midnight.
Yeah. I mean, let me just switch this off and on again and see if it changes the...
Yes.
What I'm trying to do is just get this back up on my... You should see this if you're on YouTube. So what I'm trying to do is just change the settings for... Where has it gone? The settings for FPS. I tell you what, there's so many things changed. I have no idea where half of it is anymore. Because I'm using the new version of the software and I don't understand why the FPS isn't showing. It should be showing all of it, which is a shame. It'll show the FPS, which works quite well. Whether it's because I've been switching out of the game or I don't know. But every time I've been playing on this lately, I've had the FPS showing.
Solo 3R0 said,
Yeah. Yes, it is, but it's not showing the FPS.
You got it to
And
the console.
and now, what the hell?
Underscore display info.
I've just lost all control of my ship now for some unknown reason. Why have I lost that? So either the server's crashing perhaps, or I've just hit something and something's changed. I wouldn't mind, but I've been playing this today and I was playing it earlier as well. But yeah, I can't even move at the moment. Oh, I know, I spotted it come up. Oh, now I can move, but I just lost my joystick. I think it's... oh, I see. The usual... no? It looks like text, doesn't it? Why aren't I running?
Said, how do you use a joystick?
I haven't lost the joystick, it's just literally I've got no input to the game. Why have I got no input to the game? Literally nothing. I can't know. It's like I've just got no control. Well, that's what I thought. Is it stuck in it? It's bizarre, isn't it? Now I've got it back. Right, and I've lost everything. Right, let's get back to where we were, if we can. Where's my missions gone? So it's gone. That's it. It's just disappeared. You can see now why they've got... oh, look. Right, do so, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, accept that one. And let's go over there instead, shall we? Track it.
Trying flying said, this is a great demo.
I'm not trying to do a demo, mate. I come on today very specifically to show you how shit this is and how it looks good, hence the title, right? The title is Best Damn Space Simulator Ever because that's what it was always sold as. But the reality is they've turned it into the best goddamn looking arcade game ever. Which, after playing it for a bit, I mean, and it does this. It looks absolutely amazing when we can actually get anywhere. But I had problems getting it onto the proper channel for YouTube, and I can't for some unknown reason now. And this is one of the problems you get with it. Just point and go and. And this was happening the other week and they got rid of it.
Space Thunder.
There we go. But I want to show you, or try and show you, what's going on with this.
But with more bugs.
Yeah, it basically, all the skill of the flying has disappeared. Now, as you can see, I might be tracking it. But as far as I can make out... right, the icon that I was just going towards, I can't see it again. So when I go and have a look, right, if I untrack it and track it again, oh wait 1 minute, there, it's the other side of the planet. So we need to jump around, so we'll go to an OM. But if you notice, I've got no shields because you're not allowed to have shields when you're quantuming, which is a bit pathetic. And there you go again, it didn't move. See, I said to you, you get frustrated, Cookie, didn't I? So let it spool up and it drops off. Do you remember this sort of rubbish years ago? Now it's moved. And I don't think it's necessarily gone to where I want it to go. And that's where I was going, to a point over there. And now it's moved me in this.
72 said, bugger, maybe I ordered my new PC to early lol.
Yeah. This, when it's working, the other day it was, look. Where am I going now? The other day when I took off from Thingamajig, right, when I took off from Orison, I pointed at Seraphim, turned 180 degrees, and these are bugs we used to get. Now they're removing all of this system. Look, what the hell? Like, how am I supposed to get over there? It's too small. That's why I display it on my screen normally, and I don't understand why this isn't working. That's Crusader. Where the hell am I? Hit escape and then put type display and tab a couple of times and then change it to a 1. It's a console command. No, sorry. I mean, you know the thing that gets you into a console on some of the games? I mean that one. Type R_display. Sure, it's R_ and type tab. Just press tab. It'll display frame something or other, and then it'll put a display on your screen, but it'll be that small you can't read it, especially at your age. It's better if you do Alt-R, which is going to give you the NVIDIA frame. See what? See, yesterday this was absolutely fine. So why am I going to the centre of the universe? Now I couldn't get to Seraphim, which is a replacement for Olisa previously. There's yellow, that's what I'm trying to get to. What's that over there? Now, because I've got this set up, it's not going to let me go anywhere. Hey, Frosty.
And don't actually play it at all, but I'm going to ask a question anyway since you offered. Where's my fucking sandwich?
Lisa, she's probably asleep. Are you asleep, Lisa? Yeah, I think she's asleep, so I'll pass the message on. How are you anyway, Frosty? I hope you're well. I'm just trying to get to that point, and it'll probably do it again. Watch what it does. I wouldn't even bother at the moment. I can't move to where I need to get to.
Goddess Enemy said, I miss her laugh. It also made me laugh long.
Oh, it always does, yeah. She's got an infectious laugh. It's that she works on Saturdays, unfortunately. Right, where else can I go? I'll show you where I can go. Just purely and simply. Because I can't get to what I need to do. The missions, have I still got missions? Yeah, but I can't get to the asteroids near yellow to save me life. Because when I point over there, it turns around and goes the opposite direction. So if I go to one of the other planets, which at the moment I can't see shit, I wouldn't mind, but I've played this multiple times and it's been better than this, apart from the fact that the the gameplay, the flight, the whole reason for it is completely ruined just by nonsense, by a delusion, for want of an expression. Let's see if I can go to Daymar and pick it up that way. Right, so there's Daymar. So the way these things work, they're actually splines, and they travel down splines, and they're removing it to use something called quantum boosting. And that's where you just point in a straight line, hit the button, and it forms a little quantum tunnel that you then fly through to get to where you want. And apparently they've made it so the new players, it will automatically stop when there's anything in front of you, rather than let people learn. It's just unbelievable. And then you got all the PvE lot complaining like hell about the PvP, and I just don't think they get it. They want to fly around by themselves in a massive ship to make millions and millions without any risk, and all they got to do is get together, get everybody to invest in a payment for the cargo, so they've all got a vested interest.
Could be worse.
And then support
you
them.
Could have dropped a screwdriver on a brand new Z790 motherboard and bent the CPU pins.
Is that what you've done? Were you doing a rebuild? Let's see if I can go down to here, just for the hell of it, and I'll show you that bit. That should actually look quite good, but what are the chances of me being able to go to where I need to go?
Mr. 72 said, I feel your pain, Kev.
I've done it before, except I dropped something onto the socket and completely trashed an IBM motherboard. So I just... I wonder if it's this ship. What are the chances? Because the ship had a problem earlier on.
I dropped the processy corner first.
Oh, into the pins?
Kev said, yep, £500 in the bin.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Mr. 72 said, yeah.
You can't send it back and say it was like that when you got it, but if they're any good as a supplier, what they would have done is taken a photograph of the pins before they sent it to you, which is what we used to do. But ours was buying and selling, so it wasn't all brand new stuff, so loss-wise, by the time you'd stripped everything out of the machine, you'd recouped your money anyway. But that's not the point, you have to be really careful. So I'm going to change servers. Is anybody still in ATU lot or not? Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Trying Flying said, I've done that too. Spent an hour straightening them with tweezers.
Yeah, it's really weird. No TTS on YouTube. Yeah, you're right.
Kev said, new one coming tomorrow.
Not really sure. I've not come across that at all. It's always left behind somewhere. What I'm going to do is just...
Flatty Trying Flying said, that's not right.
No, I know. I've just spawned in somebody else's bed. I'll exit to the menu and jump on another server. But there's some really weird stuff going on now. Right, Sting is in. Yeah, there is an option to do it, but I've not had that problem where the launch has ever caused me a problem. But recently, over a couple of weeks of doing some of the testing, I found I couldn't get to Seraphim unless I went via a different moon. So I couldn't get there from launch. And I don't know what's going on. I can't seem to go anywhere. But at the beginning, the ship was a bit bugged from where I left it before. Like it didn't appear on the hangar, which is a known problem, but I just haven't seen it. it works as it should. It's just the gameplay was wrecked by the stupidity of master modes. I'll try a different ship.
Cab said, Stingy's in. Watch for friendly fire.
Yeah, he's in. Stingy, I'm going to send you an invite, matey. I'm on your server somewhere. Once I find you, you should be able to do left bracket. Got It's there's a delay, mate, depending where you're watching it. Oh, look, see to move now. Right, so left bracket, you should see it pop up at the top of your stream.
Look at the game chat.
Which game chat are we looking at? Let's try again. You in?
Everyone's got a QT bug.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, there. Yeah, everyone's got it. Now, there's another version where they tried to fix it, and I don't believe that's working either. I think if the server's probably fresh, it works. And the thing is, they've got 10 servers running this. I think they've got 4 in Stanton and 6. Hey, Moon. Thank you very much.
Mel said, thank you for the dear one.
How are you?
Moonable. The support for 35 months is really appreciated.
I've been streaming as well recently. Now I should start doing more streaming when
Tired.
I'll be back tired. Right, let's see how it goes here, but I think everyone's getting the same problem. What a day to want to fly it. I'm going to just pull a Banu Defender. But all the quantum stuff has changed as well, so... As a concept...
Johnny said, was fine, but I had to jump out.
Yeah. Oh, you've been flying, have you? So where's that gone? I've just asked to deliver it, and it said it's going to deliver it.
Was on your server.
Oh, was you trying to... Oh, was it you shooting me in the back when I couldn't move?
Flatty trying flying said, peak player night. Servers fall over as usual.
Johnny said, no.
No, it's... Platy, to be honest, it's been running really well.
Flatty trying flying
Otherwise I
said,
wouldn't have bothered.
new ships to buy.
Frame rate's dropping as well, I can tell straight away. Probably find the doors aren't open either. And everyone's going on about the sun. See, I haven't got a hanger now at all. They even went through for a week where you didn't spawn in bed. They put you straight into the hangar because of problems they were facing, and they haven't been able to fix all the bugs, and now they're off on holiday. That's interesting. I'm sure I called the other one. I haven't been in the Banu for ages, so we'll go and have a look. But the weapons on there are likely to work okay. I've got my convergence set to about 1,000. Just got to remember, because I usually fly a lot closer than that. In fact, I fly the way Chris Roberts wants people to fly, to be honest. I fly it like I'm flying a World War II fighter, up close and personal.
You just need to believe harder.
Yeah, man, I can't believe that hard. Right, I need some clothes again now. Probably lost all the ones I had before, so I've got to start again.
Flatty trying flying said.
Oh no, I've got a suit. Is a Sting 123? There is a way to add them. Once you've got friends, you can then send them invites.
Person with no clothes. Not much has changed then.
Yeah, you can go into the comms menu. There is a way, but to be honest, there's that much changed. Trying to keep up with it all at the moment's a pain in the ass. You'll probably find I can't get anywhere. Am I going to get through the door? I'm on Stingies at the moment. Right, so the buttons aren't showing, look. So at the moment I can't even start the ship now. It's gone berserk today. And it was fine earlier on and it's fine during the week. As I said, I test it when I get a chance and it's not that often. Hang on, Sham, I should be able to send you an invite. Okay. What's your name, by the way, on here now, Sham? Is it Sham? Yeah, I should do if your name's Sham, but I can't see Sham on here. Yeah,
you got Sham involved. Well, well, well.
Ages ago? Yeah, I can't see you on the server list at all. But you have to, before your friends list is visible, you have to get in and go to a place, and then you'll be able to see your friends list. I can't see him on here. Come on. Yeah, are you on the same version, yeah? Unfortunately, no. One of them's 324, I think, or 343, and this is 4. So this is called a preview version. It's off the launcher. Possibly. Right, let's see what happens. Might end up having to try again tomorrow. Don't really want a contract, we'll just... My scroll is a little bit too fast, so if I try and go here, if I can reach it, let's see what happens. Can't see my pip at all. What am I in? Right, in gun mode, so I've got to change the mode. Oh look, can actually go. Anyway, I can't really rant about the stuff that I was going to rant about because I can't even show you. Other than when you change into a mode, it slows you down. If you want to fight, you've got to go at snail pace to get the fighting closer, more like World War II planes, to quote a phrase, more like Star Wars, which was a made-up thing in a film, so there's no real-world physics in it. And they've wrecked the flying aspect of it. The other thing is, one of the things you could do, you had gimbals on there. If you use the gimbals, which automatically aim at the target, you could only use a one size lower than the fixing for that weapon. So if you got a size 4 weapon slot and you put a gimbal on it, your weapon could only be a size 3. So that meant if you had the capability to fly, and I always use fixed gimbals so they point straight forward, so to speak, apart from a bit of convergence. So I could use a slightly bigger weapon because I wasn't using automated systems, which was great. But now anyone can put any size and use gimbals, and it's like you've lost that edge as well. You've lost your little advantage by doing something that's difficult.
Platty trying flying said, speaking of World War II, is there no BDSSE World War II server this Christmas?
We can do one. I did mention it to Spatty last week. But yeah, we can definitely do one. I can drop him a line, get him to throw one up if we've still got a mission that works. Or I might be able to throw one up. I'm going to be home. I'm at work Monday, Tuesday, but I'll be back home Tuesday by 2 o'clock. I've got visitors coming round on Thursday, but Lisa wants to game on Christmas Day. And she wants to do a what's it cars? What's that game that we crap at, Kev? I can't remember what it's called. I have no idea why this has stopped working now.
Asking for a friend. I won't fly on it, obviously.
Asking for a friend. Everyone's trying to verify files and all sorts.
I have 2 spare PCs now, so once I've moved I'll put a couple of servers up 24/7.
Well, I've got one up at the moment. I've got a Nook. Right, I acquired some Nooks, and I've got a Nook i7. It's actually a 5, but it's called a 7 something i5. I've upped it to 16 gig, and I've got a mission running on there, and it looks like something rebooted when I come to look at it earlier. Right, have we actually got here? Yes, we have.
Johnny said,
oh,
do you name a cranny?
Someone's just hit me, look. Someone's just crashed into me. Unless... Did you see that? Right, okay. Do I have a cranny? Who was it? Did you see it?
Cookie Monster 72 said, should have put your shields up long.
Yeah, exactly. Now look at my left arm. It's buggered, isn't it? So we'll go and find. I'll have to go and repair. And
Johnny said, no blame me, I'm not in game now.
Still in nav mode, look. Now we're in flight, which means we can go faster. Quite a lot faster. But think of the children, they'll crash, they can't handle the speed. It's pathetic. And as I said earlier on today, it's as pathetic as when everybody wanted a reset trim button on an Apache, when there's no such thing that exists in real life because they couldn't manage the trim. Right, this is supposed to be finding me I'm doing a radio call to get a landing pad. Doesn't seem to be doing anything, does it? Or has it one of these markers doing a landing pad? Stingy. There we go. Needed to be a little bit closer. So I don't know what the landing pads are here. Because I'm just a small ship, it'll probably be a drop down hole. If you're in a bigger ship, you'll get a sort of flying to hangar.
Platty trying flying said https://www.twitch.tv/mel12345/clip/kindfast/p6 seconds 0.
I don't know what she said there. Excuse me. But she sounded a bit drunk. Now, if I'm lucky, I can get there before it gets shut.
That's not what I said, lol.
See the way I slow down when I take my legs out as well? That wasn't me, that was it. And there's a switch, you can switch that off. Oh, is that a clip of what I said? Well, if it all would have gone according to plan, as I'm probably the only person who streams in 4K at the moment, or it seems to be, I was hoping somebody might actually notice and pick it up.
It's similar to what I said when I dropped the screwdriver earlier.
Yeah, I could imagine. Right, okay, so. Oh, look, we can actually repair and refuel. Blimey. There we go, so we're fixed now. So if we just pop up in the air.
You are clear to launch.
It's a nice ship, the work on it is really good. And I know, you got to give them credit. It does look really nice, apart from the fact when it doesn't work. Right, so this is where the gateway is to Pyro. So I should be able to go down to Pyro. It's looking a bit dark, isn't it? Except I can't even see where the gateway is at the moment, but it's here somewhere. Probably just follow this. Oh yeah, down there. So you see the little squiggly, and so all you got to do literally is set yourself up into quantum mode and then line yourself up. It should look quite, if you're looking at this on YouTube, it should look really good and as close as you're going to get it. Rather than doing post, all the volume might be a little bit weird. Okay, a little bit over the top there.
Platty trying flying said, I ordered a new monitor.
Oh, what did you order in the end?
Piana 34 inches ultra-wide.
The armors. They used to be really good at one point. The old RGB ones were used for CAD and everything like that. To go backwards. We'll have a look, see what happens. I might have to pull out of this, we'll see. There should be some sort of symbology as you start to get closer.
I have a Llama 32 touch screen monitor. It's old but awesome.
Yeah, they used to be really good. They were some of the best monitors. So at the moment I'm not seeing the symbology that I expect to see. Might be too close as it's telling me.
Flying said, I had an Iyama 24 inches for years. Gave it to my dad. He left his PC to my sister in his will, so she's got it now. Salidas fixed 69.
Hey, hello Foxy, how the hell are you? I may have to go back and start this again, to be honest.
At this time, on Star Citizen, what is it, Christmas or something?
What time is it? Oh, it's only 9:30. Now I'm at home for till Monday. I'm back at work Monday, but I work away. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be even better when the new year comes, because then I don't have to go and live up in Doncaster during the week. I think I started too close here. Well, eventually,
Kev said, working
I wanted to see if this worked for a pyro. Yes, matey, I should be here 2 days and then 3 days at work. So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday I'll be at work. But Tuesday and Friday I'll be there for 4, so I'll finish at 12. And then Wednesday I'll be there all day. Sorry, what was that, Stingy? Yeah, probably. This should do it though. I'm not quite sure, but I'll find out. Yeah. I'll go and get a bigger ship if that's the case. It's whether you got a jump drive in it or not, and I don't think this will have. No, there's no symbology at all, look. There's nothing. So what should happen is I'll see some big rings. And there aren't any. Somebody else is opening it though. If I try and get through there, right, what will happen is I'll get thrown out, probably spat out somewhere in space. So it'll kick me back in a minute. See? There you go, it's getting off you go. So I'll go and get a bigger ship. Get out of quantum. If you get out of quantum you can go much faster. So now I'm doing 1170 odd. When I showed you earlier I was doing 200 odd. The thing is, Kev, as I said before, it was costing me 800 quid a month straight out of my pocket to go to work. Admittedly, it was paying the bills, but it's unsustainable. Yeah, exactly. because we were made redundant from where we used to work, which was 16 minutes away. So now I work for the same company, but 80 mile away. And I didn't want to wreck my car, but I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to have to, because I can't afford to pay 800 quid a month. There's no company car, no fuel allowance or anything like that.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Where is it? Anyone see my landing bay? There. First side, maybe.
Sorry. Duty executed. We have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer. Landing complete. Have a
I'm
pleasant
already
stay.
landed, you dozy bugger. Right, I'll go and get a bigger ship. Because I haven't claimed all the ships, I can claim them from any base. Does this still work? Yeah. The only problem is this is a small hangar, so I'll probably have to go, back upstairs, go to the main consoles. When I call a ship, it'll assign me a big hangar. And I'll get one that's capable of going through. Then you'll see the difference in the symbology. It does look good, and then when you pop out the other side, on the assumption that I actually get through. Because it's not necessarily that easy. It's easy enough, to be fair. I did the first time I went through. I just wish it was showing me the frame.
Flying said, so the Vanu can't even go to Pyro?
Not by itself, under its own steam.
F said, so if you're in one of your 12-seaters, can you assign outer positions, or do you need a group of friends to make use of it?
Yeah, you ideally, if I'm in something big, you would need to have people to crew. One of the things that is just around the corner is engineering, and literally on engineering you've got control and of all the electrical systems, and when things are on fire you need people to do all of that. You need somebody else to fire your missiles, somebody else to repair things. So they're working in the what's the word? They're working in the multi-crew aspect of it. But I think that if you're going to fly a big ship by yourself, then you shouldn't be able to do the weapons. You have to get out your seat and go and sit in something to do weapons and stuff like that, because otherwise it makes a nonsense of it. And then that will mean that if you want to play solo, well, you're going to have to go in a solo size ship, which is made for one person, which is fair enough, I guess. And if you haven't got a ship any bigger than that, then just go and work for someone else. There's so many people with multi-crew and ships. The biggest ones I've got aren't out yet, but I think The maximum crew size I need for some of mine is probably about 8. That's if the ship ever comes out. I mean, I only bought it in 2014. That was 10 years ago. It's gone up in value though. Well, theoretical value. So it's gone up from what I paid for it by about 300 quid if you bought one now. In fact, if you bought quite a few of the ships way back when, you'd find you'd just make a profit if you could sell them all. Not that I'm interested in that. It's like this.
John
This is...
said, "You're still signed up for my Javelin right long."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Johnny's got a Javelin. My fleet is nothing compared to Johnny's. And I still have a lot of ships that are borrowed. But the way it's been flying recently, apart from the fact that today has been really bad, just trying to do stuff. Let's get rid of this chat. It's a shame because it has looked really, really good, and there's some good things in it, and the detail is good, but they've just killed the best damn space simulator ever thing.
Have they released the Polaris yet?
Yes.
I think I got one of them.
Yeah, it came out recently in this patch in the 4 series testing. So definitely that would be out. Hull D isn't out yet, but the Hull C works really well and looks amazing the way that that works. I haven't even had a chance to look at any of the features such as cargo and
so
that.
I should have one in my hangar then.
Yeah, you should do, yeah. Just got to watch the size of this, as you can see. Oh, look. I've got a twin. Did you see that? There's a few weird problems going on. One of the things they've got in place at the moment is the... what's it called? Graph. The data graph. So everything's tracked. And it'll stream back in. If the server crashes nowadays, it just says, please wait, server's died, type thing. And if you wait a bit, it just comes back and you carry on from where you are. You don't get kicked out, you don't have any of that nonsense. Got to put my wings out. Little switch here. Right, now. It's right, I've got my head tracking switched off. That's the way I should be going, isn't it? So we've got a gun mode by default. Change it to nav mode. Change it to QT. Can you see the symbology now? Look. Lisa hates the look of this. She says I'm going to end up thrown out of space. Excuse me, I must cough. She's currently asleep because otherwise I would have had 2 or 3 cups of tea by now. It's very quiet. I have to line up this with those. Go over a little bit to the left. Up a bit.
Have said, so they can build all this amazing future technology, warp to other locations, etc., and you still need a poxy little fan to keep you cool.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
Rostan Cab said, you say you'd have had several cups of tea, but in 4 years I haven't had a single sandwich out of her.
I know, it's terrible. I'm sure if you pop round, she'd give you one. Okay, just align that. So if you're watching on YouTube, it should look as good as I can see it. Activate jump point. Come on then. There you go. I've done it.
Mel said, Frost type cab, quote has been added as number 2.
Right. Now this is the fun bit. Don't hit the things. Don't go outside. Try and keep it inside. Otherwise you get spat out. Ooh, that's not looking good. Oh no. That's not good. Oh, no. I'm all over the place. Come on, get back in. I'm going to get spat out in a minute and my ship's going to be blown up. First time I went through, didn't have a problem. And that's blinding me, by the way. I don't know about you guys. See the way it's changed colour? That's the other system. We've swapped servers now. So we're going on to the other cluster of servers. And that's not good. Come on. Down there. All round there. In there. Around here.
Said they will have to alternate this for new players.
No, they won't. But that's what they'll be saying. It's too difficult. I can't do it. Okay. So this is the space station for you to get back this way. There are maps of what this looks like in terms of the size of Stanton, and this is a hell of a lot bigger. So if we go into this map here,
Got it. Reminds me of old Freelancer.
it's quite impressive, to be honest. I've been around a bit of it before, but just to go and have a look, I've zoomed out far too far on this map because the scroll speed's too much. So what you want to look for, a place to go that looks interesting, somewhere called Bloom, and I never know where it is. Pyro 1. Don't know where. Yes, matey, and you can put it on a shortcut. So there's a button. If you look at in the controls, is it there? So we can jump over to there if it's working. And you can see that is a bit of a distance away. But I'm not trying to get back particularly, just having a look. Oh look, where's it going? Who knows? Is it going to the middle of the sun? It might just be. Look at the state of my ship. See down the wings and down the sides. That's where I've been bouncing off those things. The other thing is all, oops, didn't want to do that. You can see me in there. This is for the benefit of those that don't know this very well. It's one of the few games where you can look in. I'll turn my head to the right and look left and look up and down, which I'm doing. I've got head tracking on. I could stand up in my seat, but it would switch to my character. But anything I do first person, you can see. So I'm rolling my head round in my seat, look, and probably going from left ear to right ear, from left to right. And with Star Citizen, you know, you see exactly what's going on. We can actually use the camera and move in a little bit. One of the things,
SMR direction.
yeah, one of the things they have done is stopped the pilot, as in me, from having access to all these guns. These are big guns, they're size 5s, and I kid you not, you can demolish a lot of the stuff when you're playing in some of the bounty missions. So they've taken control of the bottom guns down to the co-pilot, which is fair enough. So really, when you're flying this, I've only got access to about 4 of the guns instead of all of them. But it's a nice ship. It usually goes quite well. But it looks like we're heading into the sun, by the way, so I'll stop this jump. And where I wanted to jump to is over there, look, and it's still 40 million, 40,000 million or whatever. And, oh, we've still got some fuel. It's just cooling down at the moment. Let's see if we can jump from this location to Bloom. No, we can't. We're going into the middle of the sun. So it looks like there's a sort of complete cluster of everywhere you jump goes to the sun across the systems. So the whole thing needs a big kick and a restart by the looks of it, look. Yep, everything. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get anywhere. I'll try and aim over there. Oh. So let's think, what can I do? Switch it off and on again. Universal IT test, right? If you switch it off and on, whilst it sounds always like a cop-out, it actually allows you to start it up clean. So if there's anything gone wrong anywhere locally to the plane,
Verify your files.
I don't think it'll make much difference. I've noticed people saying that, but that's because half the time they don't know what they're doing. That would imply a corrupt file. But we can try, I suppose. Right, that's not working. So what I'll do is I'll just stay here, put myself in weapons mode. There it was. It's a pain in the ass when you're trying to move and fight because you invariably end up hitting the wrong thing. So I'm going to get out the seat. I am in the middle of space. I'm not sure whether they've put bed logging back on yet. I can go through here. I think this is a bedroom. Yep. Open, no. Didn't want to open the drawer. Let's come out of that. That's where you'd store odds and ends. Can't actually get into bed. Or is it just going to look down there? Looks like it's just going to look. Is that toilet? Probably. Weapons. Yeah, just a cupboard. So it looks like I might not be able to go to bed anyway. So what would happen is I would go back and I'll set my spawn point at turrets. You can carry sort of 3 or 4 people on this, easy enough. This is a canteen. Right, okay, so are you in a ship and you've got all these circular things going round? Oh, right, you mean a normal quantum jump? But
any sandwiches in your canteen?
No, there's not. By default, Stingy, it should be your trigger on your joystick. But I changed mine. I can't lie on my bed, which is a little bit odd. Oh, was there a... Oh. There's no way for me to get into bed, is there? Which means bed login has probably been switched off because there were problems. So if I go and sit in the ship, will it bring me back, or will it just put me back at the same thing? So what we'll do is just jump out. And there's no problem with trying to verify the files. It won't take long. Exit to the menu. And then from there we'll quit the game. That'll bring me to the launcher, which is here. Let's also, while I'm here, try and sort out what's going on with this. Shortcuts, alter, toggle, stats overlay. Don't see there's much going on with that. We'll go here, verify game files. So you can see on here it's not going to take too long. Hey, hi Chaz, sorry. Sorry about that, Logan. I know it looks really good on YouTube. Most of the people are on Twitch at the moment that are on. Okay, is this finished? That's it. So as I said, for the sake of trying it, you can't really not do it. It's very quick anyway. And I don't know what it was moaning about, because I'm still broadcasting to YouTube at 40 odd meg, and the other stream when I tried it was 40 odd meg. But it might be because I haven't pushed much to that channel yet, so I've got to do a few first before it'll let me do it at that resolution and at that bandwidth. If anyone's got any questions, please ask. In a
Kev
bit.
said, wow, a taskbar with more icons than your desktop.
Yeah. I don't usually try to keep loads on my desktop. I keep them on the bottom instead. I've got back to 64 gig now, and I might double it to 128 in a few weeks. Not sure yet. It should be going in, despite the colour. If anyone's got any questions, please jump in and ask. So I was trying to do some Star Citizen tonight, but it's conspired.
Said, have you been naughty or nice this year, Mel?
It depends on your point of view. Been very nice. Under our Christmas tree, there's lots of presents, all from Lisa to me. And I actually managed to get her something the other day. She was a bit miffed. I said to her the other day, right? No kidding. I said, Lisa, all the women, I think I'm going to get the same thing. I'm going to put some perfume. And she went, I don't need any perfume. And I was like, okay, no worries. I won't get you some. And then the next day she told me, well, why are we getting all the same? I know something different. And it was like a woman thing. And I was like, right, okay, fair enough. She says, you don't get it? I says, I do, but I wouldn't think twice about it. So I wouldn't expect you to think twice about it. What's wrong with buying all the women in my life perfume? But no, that's not good. Apparently. So she's got something else instead, I won't say, just in case. Oh, don't start me off on buttholes. There's a game we play, Valheim, where you can actually get inside the animal.
Said, there are times when I can't help but think she deserves better. Hashtag just kidding.
No, don't worry. Even my mother says, I don't know how you put up with him.
Kev said,
oh, look.
You a new bin yet?
That was Valentine's Day, mate. We're not there yet. She probably could do with a better kitchen bin than we've got here. Can you see where I am? Look, back where I started. And that's because I set my spawn point here. So if I died or anything, I'd come back here. Because at the moment, you don't want to end up in Pyro, where all you can ever do is go to the sun.
Flatty trying flying said she definitely needs a new kettle.
Oh, yeah, so basically, when you are killing one of the animals,
Story you were saying.
you find yourself inside the animal and looking for its butthole.
I'm shocked how well this seems to run for you. Must be the I-9. Batfink 1890.
Instant boiling water tap.
An instant boiling water tap for the cuppers.
Who was shocked, by the way? Oh, Solo. To be honest, this system now is, what, probably 2.5 years old?
Tab said at Batfink 1800.
You're right, Batfink. How the hell are you, matey? Yeah, round about 2.5 grand a pop. To be honest. I don't think it's just the i9. The M2 that this game sits on is incredibly quick. I'm trying to find out. Oh, there. It's incredibly quick. And I'm also running on DDR5.
3R0 said, yeah, no, I've done that.
Yeah, it's quite good. Batfink. I should be doing a bit more now.
And very well, Todd. Lovely to catch a stream.
Yeah, thanks. Basically, I've got some of the toys that I wanted that I haven't been able to buy for 18 months. I was made redundant. Sorry, no, we were booted out of the house we were in when I started to design this system. Then I was made redundant, and then I've been working at a place that takes all my money. Yeah, exactly. So let's see if that ship is back here, the Ion. Destroyed, what a surprise.
Goddess Inanna said, Nine, I need to get an electric kettle sometime.
Right, I'll pay the fee. I don't normally pay the fee, but have I got any money? I might not have any money.
Thank you.
So that take 3 minutes, right? And then basically I was made redundant. So it's been over 18 months.
Tell me you didn't buy those ships with real money.
Oh, Solo. I've been buying ships. I bought all my ships in 2014. And the last ship that I bought was when they made it 20% more expensive in the UK by adding VAT onto the ships that you bought. So in the States you'll buy it at one price. And I work in a very simple philosophy. I never had to buy my own car ever since I was 22 until the last car that I bought. Right, and I bought it 2 years ago and I'm 64 now? So that's the first time I've ever had to buy a car, and it's the first time I've ever paid for my own fuel. Yeah, I paid some tax on it, and my disposable income was quite good. So buying a few ships here and there along the way to support the project is fine. And then I'll stop when they put 20% VAT on them. And then as time went on, Lisa went, oh, this looks nice now. Can I play as well? So I had to buy her ships as well. So I'm about 1,200.
And he only stopped breastfeeding 3 years ago.
So basically, I'm about 1,200 quid off that one that you get free when you hit a certain amount.
Said, Lol.
And the other thing you've got to consider.
R0 said, Lol, I have my one lonely carrot or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, the Carrack is the one ship that I wouldn't even go near. It just looks so ugly. So I never bothered with it. If you ask Cookie, he knows all about that. So does Johnny. The Carrack is just an ugly ship. This is from somebody who once owned a reclaimer. But yeah, I sometimes melt ships around and move things around a little bit.
That's not bad, I guess. There's people that have tens and hundreds of thousands in this.
Well, let's say if it all...
72 said, I loved my carrot.
Let's say if it all went tits up tomorrow, all you get out of me was, oh well, that's a shame, shrug my shoulders, it's not a problem. Disposable income is disposable income, and that's it. And when you consider it, I mean, I haven't spent that much on, say, DCS, but the chair that I'm sitting in is 1400, and you know, there's other things, monitors, that one over there was 1300. It's not just about a game, do you know what I mean? There's lots of things, it's like ridiculous. So I just don't bother, I just switch off, and if I've got the money to do it, I've got the money to do it, and that's it. And recently I haven't had the money, and I earn less now than I used to in 20 years ago. I know, that was expensive. Yeah, it's a massage chair.
Kev said, I don't think I've sat in 60% of my DCS hangar.
Yeah, this is what I mean. That's what I said earlier on today, you know, we collect all this stuff. Is that ship turned up yet? Here it is.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Okay, so it should be at that hangar. And then while I'm getting the ship out to see if I can actually get to a destination, the other ship that is dead, that one that I left over in Pyro, no, not that one. That one I can claim, but I don't need to expedite it. It'll take 17 minutes, but I'm not going to worry about that. Now we should have another hangar. So yeah, it's like...
What's DCS? I don't think I've touched it since Razbam Gate started.
Do you know what? I still miss some of that, but I think I get the gist. But I thought that was all done and dealt with now.
Solar3R0 said, yeah, I have plenty of indie Steam games I played for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I've even backed games when they were very early, before they was released. And I don't mind if people have a good idea, then I'll throw some money. They got released, I never touched them. And this, you know, at the time, I had the money to spend, so I did. And when I buy things, I have the money. If I haven't got the money, I don't spend it. If I can't afford to lose it, I wouldn't be spending it. It's as simple as that, really. But nowadays, as I said, I have to be a little bit more careful. So instead of things costing a lot of money, they cost quite a bit less. Especially when all my spare cash was disappearing for accommodation and fuel. But at least I'll save accommodation. So that will save me some money over the month. But the quality of everything is absolutely amazing, as you can see. The level of detail of everything is ridiculous. And as I said at the beginning, instead of having the best damn space simulator ever, which was The Line, it's the best damn good looking arcade game ever because of what they've done to the flight model and everything else. But you fly against some of the people and it's quite surprising, really. And how many people just can't get their head around and then complain.
Did you get the new TIE Interceptor?
Oh God, no. I told you I don't really buy ships that much anymore. I stopped buying leases when she started working, so she could actually do it herself. I've just thought, where the hell am I? Don't tell me I'm all the way down. Oh shit me. I'm all the way down at Pyro Gateway. Well, that's a surprise. I wasn't expecting to come back here. Oh well, let's have a look, see where we are then. But I think I'm at the Pyro Gateway. The map's quite good, you can actually plot a course. Yep. Let's go back. Oh shit, this scroll, there is a scroll speed option that you can change. I'll put my clutch on. If we go down to Hurston now. If you haven't been to Hurston for a long time, that looks quite amazing. The only problem is, am I going to be able to get there? Is it going to let me jump to Hurston? Let's get into quantum mode. Oh, we're on weapons mode. I'm sure I just selected that to Hurston. Perhaps we're going to go via this way first. Yep. See if we can go there. Oh, look. Let's go into the sun. This is the problem with it at the moment, and you know, if they rebooted it all and you come back, it'll work. We used to get this problem before. They have a tendency, and they tried to avoid it this year by not getting rid of the original, right, and giving you the update and then going on holiday. They give you the update in parallel. So they couldn't fix all the problems, and some of these problems, they were not there, right, just a few days ago. But then the trouble is, you do a tweak in software, you get the rule of unintended consequences, and you find the whole lot is buggered. We'll go this way. Let's try and go Arcor way. This is a station at the back of Arcor. So let's see if we can go there. I'll probably pull left and we'll be going over there. And I can't fly there because I wouldn't have enough fuel. Look at that. So it's just going to the centre of the sun every single time. Let's see if I can get Stingy. So I should be able to go and pick Stingy. Let's have a look, see if I can pick him from here. Nope. Are you still at Orison, Stingy? Have you found your way out and everything yet? Alright, what is it you're trying to do? When you say not working, it's not doing anything? Or do you mean it's just not doing what you think it should be? Yeah, it's probably easier, you know, to just go from scratch. Don't try and use the presets or anything like that. It's not difficult because there's not much in the way of access. It's just a case of making sure that you're picking the right picking the right selection to do the switch. So that looks like Stingy's all the way down here, so we'll just go to here instead. See if I can do that without it going into the sun. Am I not?
Sliders fixed 69 said, my QT was bugged. It just keeps chucking me into the sun.
Yeah, it's doing it to everybody, and I can't even get out of the map now. That's better.
So I started pooping everyone else stuck there.
This will do it as well. Look, there we go. Yeah, you can't do anything. That's what's been happening to me, and that's why I went to Pyro instead. What I wanted to do was show you what happened to this ship.
Mercy killings.
Yeah. So this ship, if I drop it down into gun mode. Oh, that's it, yeah. So it goes to SCM mode, where you've got like really low speed. See the shields coming up. So you've got this gun. I'll squeeze the trigger now. Nothing, I'm probably still within the area. Let me get out. There, that's the gun. Right, I'll squeeze it now. There, then it fired. Right. And not only that.
Going to prison would be progress.
Have said, TMS up long.
Yeah, I can select my targets, no problem.
Lol.
The problem is, right, I run on lag pips. So basically I have this lag, and when I'm following a fighter, what they seem to have done, because the fighters complained that a ship that is this big, which you can pop one of the small fighters with one shot, right? But if I can get my gun on them and I can get my pip on them, I should be able to. But I've made it so when you point at a small fighter, your pip bobbles all over the place. And it doesn't matter how you try, you can't hit them unless they stop moving and they stationary. And it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And as I said, I used an example earlier. It's like a Spitfire pilot complaining because a B-17 shoots them out the sky. And that's unfair. They shouldn't be able to do that. But if you drop this into decouple mode, I mean, okay, look, you can see the turn rate's not fast. The trick is to keep your distance with them. But they don't get it. They don't get that they should get really close to you and sit on your backside because your gun points forward. And whatever move I do, they mirror it, they match it, and they stay close. They don't understand that. So therefore, they nerf the gun on this so you can't shoot them. Absolutely crazy. They should go back to DCS and look how helicopters fly to get the gist. Right, now I want to jump, so I'm going to have to come out, put my shields down, get my quantum drive, eventually, after cycling through a whole load of things.
Frostak Cap said, to be fair, I'd be annoyed if a B-17 shot down my Spitfire. You were on the same side.
Well, you know what I mean. As an example. Alright, HE111. Is that better? Let's get rid of the quantum. Let's see if I can manually do it to anywhere. I'll go there. Let's go over there. See if it'll take me. Nope.
Johnny said, what if he was a capooted Spitfire?
A capooted... a captured Spitfire. Yeah, it could be. I can't jump anywhere, and this is the problem. So I really can't show you anything. I can't even go down to a different planet to have a look, because it's not letting me. And there's some, you know, what they've done with some of the planets is amazing.
The fucker that shot me down most was stingy.
I don't think he was in a fucker. I'm going dark because I was spinning around a little too much and I'm blacking out. That gonna go? Nope. Let me try from a different place, but I don't think it's the place that you start at. That's the problem. Let's move this into flight mode and then I can go to max speed.
Chess61617 said, lol.
I'm going just over 1,000 meters a second. To be honest,
Frostak Cap said, a Kevlet fact relatable.
If they turn round and they said, look, the server, the tick rate on the server is unable to keep up with the speed that the ships are flying, and therefore it's going to be inaccurate and you're going to start getting all sorts of problems, right? Then that's fair enough, because that makes logical sense. But to slow stuff and change the flight characteristics because it doesn't fly like World War II planes in air is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. I'd be happier if it was just like, you know, server can't keep up, we need to do something, otherwise we can't, you know, detect their stingy. I can't jump to him from here, and he's probably still down on the planet. Not a lot I can do. What am I doing in a banner? Did I intentionally get in a banner? Don't believe I did. What ship am I in? Certainly not in a banner. I've still got my light on, look. Won't let me switch it off from here because I'm in the seat, so the controls are different. And unfortunately this is a single seat, so if I go to stand up...
Sliders Fixed 69 said, is it same problem in all shots?
Yeah, I come out, got back in again, went in with Stingy. It's just the same. It's got to a point now where everything finishes in the sun. So if I stop, I don't think I've got any weapons on me, which is more than usual. That way around, if I die or if someone sort of pirates me, they're not going to get anything. There is a new change on the... let's have a look. You see my man get out. Right. The way that he moves through the air is completely different now. So instead of moving in a... Oops.
Well, back to the Great Stanton Star Holy War, I guess.
Can't even do that. So instead of sort of going round standing up, you sort of lie down. If you got a weapon on you and you pulled your weapon, you could look back and shoot. And eventually, I don't think it's doing it yet. I don't think they've got it in. Eventually, you reach out with your hands and you'd put them out to stop you hitting, and then you'd bounce along on your hands as well. It's getting there. But if you're trying to circumnavigate a dead ship in space, this is so much easier looking at it from this point of view, and your body's a lot more streamlined trying to move around space. It comes to something when I have to explain that just to give you something to talk about, doesn't it? Right, I should be able to get back in the ship. Okay. Right, now I've gone for a little walk. Let's see what else I can do. Very sort of, I say frustrating. It's just annoying, isn't it? Because this is the state of it now till after Christmas, well into the new year, about 2 weeks into the new year. It's going to be like this unless somebody sort of tries to fix it from home. And then you're on a hiding to nothing because you're just going to get a load of people moaning, "Hey, Matt Black." A question. Mofo? Where did you get Mofo from? What, when you were watching earlier? You can't... Oh! Matt Black's gaming. He's alright, he's referring to my computer, that's the name. This one's called Mofo 2. The previous one was called Mofo. That's the name of my computer, basically. Oh, there we go. I can't do anything, guys, I'm really sorry, but I can't even fly there. All of these places are just too far away, look. Have you noticed that's a gateway to Terra? So that'll be Earth. Don't have enough fuel to actually fly there. A lot of switches can now be done on your screens, by the way. So if you go in here, so the stuff that you'd normally see in options. Thanks, Kev. Sorry, Matt, I don't know. One of my mods sort of didn't quite catch the gist of what you were talking about. Till I explained it's actually the name of my machine.
Matt Black Gaming said, WTF auto mod is shite lol, cheers Kev.
It wasn't auto mod.
Platty Trying Flying said, congratulations on streaming 2 hours of achieving nothing.
What do you mean achieving nothing? Have we not been having a nice comfy chat? Huh? Aren't you sitting there thinking, God, I'm glad I'm not in that because I don't have the patience. Anyway, Matt, sorry.
Gaming said, I asked a question about the Virgin Mary. Solar3R0 said, yeah. Salidas Fixed 69 said, wait, is fuck blocked now?
Was it Auto that pulled you?
Matt Black Gaming said, and Auto pulled me for it.
Ah, it depends on... Yeah, a lot of it just basically is a little bit on the harsh side, to be fair. On here. On the other side, that's... I'm not really sure on there. I don't usually get people on, like, talking. I can just about make out what they're saying. And at the moment, I can't even get out my seat for someone. Oh, could be this.
So now I can't ask you my usual crazy questions.
You can always ask me a question. And you said something about Mofo.
Need mods on too.
Yes, I know, matey. That's why you need to give me your details. I think you might have done, didn't you? And I've added a few people in, but that's on the other stream. So on the Mel DCS and the Star Citizen one, I should be alright. But on this one, I don't think I've got any mods on it. It's a real hodgepodge.
Salidas Fixed 69 said, if he says fuck again, will it let me permit it?
I don't know.
Matt Black Gaming said, how's Lisa?
She's alright. She's probably asleep. She's been to work today.
Rostak Cab said, at Matt Black Gaming, my issue is if Mary and Joseph were married and she was still a virgin, then what the hell were they doing on the wedding night? Matt Black Gaming said, okay.
Yeah.
Kev said, yeah, you have it.
Yeah, I thought I
Send
did.
another whisper.
And I think I added it into the new channels, but not in this one. The YouTube stuff's a little bit stricter. There should be some sort of auto on it as well. But yeah, what a fun night. So nobody can basically go anywhere. We can't do a lot with it at all, because we all go to the centre of the universe, which is obviously the sun. It's like something screwed up in whatever database is managing it, isn't it? Mind you, if we go to the centre of the sun, like we are, you never know, I might see somebody.
It's been so long since we have had our chats. Salidas Fixed 69 said, join the Great Holy War in the centre of Stanton.
Yeah, it's quite something, isn't it? A lot of people I've seen today, like even Cookie. I haven't seen Cookie for ages. A long time. It's been what Cookie, 2 years, maybe more. It's got to be more than that, to be honest, hasn't it? 3 years maybe, or could even be 4. How long's Jack been back? Yeah, I was going to say, it depends when Jack finished uni and come back home, I guess. There's a lot more information, as you can see on here, than there has been before.
Said, no, it's not, it was Deck 23.
Was it then, Deck 23? Was that the last time? Is that all it was? 1 year? And that was only fleeting, wasn't it? Just to say hello.
Matt Black Gaming said, I've moved house since we had our last chat.
Yeah, so have I. We had to move house. Here we go.
That's the last time I dropped onto Twitch.
That was that because I sent you a message and said, how are you? Or something like that. Or was it just pure flukiness?
Salidas Fixed 69 said, Mel, when's the last time you had a good old guess that biscuit?
The reason being, mate, I haven't been able to afford to do it.
72 said,
Lisa, that was it, yeah. Yeah, she does like to check up on her old people, make sure everybody's alright. And it doesn't matter what country you're in, she'll look you up, find out where you are and send you a message just to make sure, which I can't complain. It's probably a nice thing to do, to be fair, especially with some of the guys who come on.
well, I think I will be back now.
Yeah, that's fine. Has one of your kids left home yet? Have you got space now?
Said, care in the community. That's nice.
It's, to be fair, it's quite good.
Platty trying flying said, Absalai does fix 69 that was before he got the diabetes.
Oh, right, you still got one.
Bookkeeman said, unfortunately not.
Johnny said, had to block her, kept being too nice and not used to that.
72 said, kids still here, can't get rid of them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Please okay.
I'm not here. Well, I haven't been here for 6 months, really. Only on weekends. And it's been frustrating. I designed all my new computer system desks. I did a sort of a sketchy drawing and everything I wanted to spend money on, right? The whole lot, the layout, the stands, the kit that should be on there, everything.
Matt Black Gaming said, right mate.
And then yeah, see you, Matt. I will do. Thank you very much. All right, Stingy. See you. Good night. And I planned it all out. I bought the desk setup that I've got, the stands, and I just spent the money on a monitor.
Anyway, all this excitement,
and then that was it.
Down, so I will catch up soon.
Yes, matey.
Still run TeamSpeak.
Yeah, we do, Cookie. So it's still the same. Mel12345 40 something. Just type it in here, exclamation mark TS3, and it'll tell you what the address is.
Mel said, the server address for TeamSpeak is ts3.mel12345 UK.
Right, so
44, and the number is important.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people miss off the 9044.
72 said, okay, when I'm set up again, we can chat.
Yeah, no worries. I should be home most evenings. In fact, some of the days I'll be home by 2 o'clock and not working, because I would have finished at 12. Not because that's my hours. I'm an IT manager in a company up north, but I've got staff who work Friday, Monday, 10 hours. Some who work nights, and so I try and catch all of them. So I'll go in weird times during the week so I can stay in touch with everybody rather than just leaving them to it. Give them a bit of support, if you see what I mean. It just means I have to be in for 4 o'clock sometimes, but I finish at 12. And then when I drive home, it's nice and easy. That's the way it works. You watch, it'll probably let me go to that place now. Yeah, right. Have I not got enough quantum fuel? No, I got plenty.
Yes, same with me. Got a team I need to keep in touch with.
Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, if you don't, they just either, you know, you just got no contact or anything. That's not the way it works, is it? I was told by my boss, who's the general manager, that you go coming in too early too many times. And I said, but you have to do it. All right, matey, thanks for popping in, and it is really nice to see you. Say hello to the other half. So I said to say hello. She'll appreciate it. She'll say who.
At Cookie Monster 7207.
So I can't go anywhere. It keeps pushing me back to the same place. So I'm afraid I will.
Mr. 72 said, will do. Say hello to Lisa.
I will do when she's awake. I told you he was on earlier.
Cheers, Kev.
Oh, look now, where's it taking me? I have no idea. It's just throwing me off over here. It's very good for taking nice pictures, and it's absolutely excellent, obviously, with that little graphic on the bottom for doing screen backgrounds. So I'm not sure where it's taking me. Oh, the FPS is working now. Look, so I'm running at 60 FPS. in 4K with it turned up quite high. And one of the things I've been trying to do when I'm flying Star Citizen and DCS is what I see is not what you see on Twitch. So I've been planning on streaming in 4K for, I don't know, 18 months, 2 years now. I just haven't been able to do it. But now I can, and it all works, apart from the odd channel, which I can sort out, that's not a problem. But it looks absolutely amazing, considering it's live. And this is ridiculous, isn't it? Got anybody left on the server? Probably not, they've probably all buggered off. Nope, still got people trying. You never tell how many people are on here. And you can't count it because it'll go up to 500 when it's high. Let's see if I can jump out while we're getting along. Go on, get out quick. Oh, there goes my ship. Oh, my head fell off. Oh no. I knew I shouldn't have ejected while we were moving fast. My head's come off. If I come out like this now, try and get that round about the right size. Try and get it to, can I get it to stand up, or have I just got to change my angle? Can't quite tell what the shape is, can you really? It's a bit like E.T. Didn't they have sort of some weird looking thing going across? Have you noticed I've still got my, see that over there? That's from my ship. That's my velocity vector.
Rostak Cab said, the new Bond intro reveal.
Yeah. It's a pity I can't get far enough away to make it look, you know, like I could fly across the moon. You need little guns and things and your space helmets on, having a sort of zero-G fight. Anyway, with that being said, I don't think there's any point in me continuing anymore. I can't do a thing, I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything, and all we've done is spend, somebody said, about 2 hours or more not doing a lot. But there's nothing else I can do, which is a shame. I've been flying this since I come home Friday. I've been giving it a go and it's been running really nice. It's just the mechanics that are messed up, and the way they've implemented the master modes. It's the biggest crock of shit I have ever seen, just through being misguided. You know, they all need to jump in helicopters and find out how they work, and then they can understand why people fight the way they fight. But even so, you can still change that, and you can use a different technique, but people choose not to, so it does look rather shitty. But anyway, that's all I can moan about for that, I think, until we can actually do some semblance of let me just do a quick screenshot.
Does it only go wrong in the evenings? Is it a USA server issue?
Yeah, you mean when everyone's on it? Not necessarily. When I come back, what day are we on? So I come back yesterday, and I was trying it out, and it was absolutely fine. I was on the ePTU, which is like another extended PTU. It was just smooth. I was 60 FPS everywhere, maybe 30 in quantum, but you don't need to be any more than that anyway. And it just worked. The transition through the wormhole was a lot smoother, but graphically,
Trying Flying said, it hasn't worked for me at 3 AM on a Sunday.
yeah, I know you've had problems, but graphically, I mean, the fact that the wormhole works the way it does and where it is, and one of the things I made sure I did was look round to the left, so you can see we're still in the same place as we were before, but we've got that great big entity that's opening up and you're going through it. And the way they've done the server meshing is pretty damn good. Do you know what I mean? If you sort of die, you don't end up in pieces all over. You just come back to where you were, in terms of if the service dies. And it is running smooth, but there's no way you can run 10 servers or server instances with 500 people. One of the big issues that they had was what we used to get in DCS and Armour, where when somebody was walking around in a particular place in Pyro, that location of all those buildings and the area was being broadcast to everybody. So everybody on the server, even though they couldn't see them, were getting the data, right? Which is one of the big problems they had. And they somebody obviously sussed it and nailed it. And it just made such a big difference. And if you get a server where it's good FPS, the AI shoot the shit out of you. And it makes it really difficult, which is obviously going to be a lot more fun unless you're a PvEer, and you'll probably complain about it. They're complaining because they can't go to Pyro because there's no law. It's a lawless place, the whole of the system. And you go there at your own risk and they don't like it. It's unfair. But, you know, they should just give them a tiny little ship to fly around with, do hand mining, and that's it. But anyway, I digress. Thank you very much for watching. I'll sign out of YouTube now.